This year's NATO Summit is its anniversary. 75 years ago, 12 countries signed the Washington Treaty, which became the foundation of the alliance. Currently, there are already 32 countries in the Defense Union. This summit will also be the last for Jens Stoltenberg as NATO Secretary General, as he will be officially replaced by former Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte from October 1st. At the summit, NATO leaders should formally decide to strengthen the alliance's role in providing and coordinating security assistance to Ukraine. The summit will also be attended by President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky. A large package of military aid is also expected to be announced, and first of all, we are talking about strengthening Ukraine's air defense. We are also talking primarily about the Patriot systems and missiles for them. And, according to Army-Inform, the summit will again confirm the course for Ukraine's full membership in NATO. However, it should not be forgotten that an official invitation should not be expected, and it was known in advance that this would not happen this time. NATO has repeatedly emphasized that Ukraine will be a member of the alliance, but only after the end of the war. Meanwhile, the draft text of the joint communiqué of the North Atlantic Alliance, Ukraine's path to joining the bloc, is called irreversible. This was reported today by CNN, adding that the question of how strong guarantees should be given to Ukraine regarding its membership in NATO has become a key topic of discussion between the 32 member states of the alliance ahead of the summit, which starts today. One of them, a U.S. official, said that the White House supports the use of the word in the final communiqué following the NATO summit, but only if the document also confirms that Ukraine's work on democratic reforms will continue. It is noted that the draft document may still change, but the presence of such wording will be an important signal for Kyiv and Moscow. Meanwhile, Ukrainians in the United States, namely in New York, Chicago, Washington and Los Angeles, are calling for more support for the United States government ahead of the NATO summit. And today they went to rallies to protest after yesterday's Russian attack on the Okhmat Children's Hospital. This was reported on the social network X by Ostap Yurish, who published this footage. So, as you can see, Ukrainians is the most powerful nation in the world. It is the most powerful force that knows how to unite when it hurts. And you and I now have a unique ability. Despite the pain and despair, we still need to unite in the most terrible and difficult moments for our country. And you know, this is our strength, our unity, which no one else, no nation in the world has. By the way, it is also worth mentioning here that a protest rally took place in Poland due to the Russian shelling of the Okhmat Children's Hospital. There, too, in just a few hours, people organized themselves through social networks and came to the city center, to the Palace of Culture and Science. More than 100 Ukrainians and Poles brought candles, flowers and children's shoes and toys. And you know, there was one more moment that was very symbolic and important. People were holding posters with the words, "What is worse, Russia or cancer?" or "Why does the world allow the Russians to kill our children?" And I think that everyone also saw the footage of how yesterday Ukrainians quickly and extensively helped to dismantle the rubble in the capital. You know, I was also near the Okhmat Hospital yesterday, and I was amazed. After all, at about 9 in the evening, not only rescuers and utility workers, but also volunteers and Kyiv residents continued to work at the sites of seizures. Among them were doctors, teachers, students, and even war veterans. And all this once again demonstrates that Ukrainians is the most powerful force. Therefore, let's always remember this, that we will stand together with you if we are united. Well, do not forget that all Russians will be punished.